Okay, so I'm back. I'm sorry, part two. I really thought that it was not gonna upload because I went to almost like 20 minutes, but it uploaded. Thank you, Jesus. So I haven't done anything to it other than what I showed you on part two. You see how it looks like I literally have a wrap in the front, but as you get to those sides, as you can see, the water is kind of drying and the hair is kind of straightening out on its own. You can kind of see, the shape of the bob after, doing the layering. So now I'm just using the sliding technique. I'm not going to do too much cutting like I did before. If I see anything that's like super like chopped off right there, I'll go back into it and kind of do the slide technique. And I have my flat irons on because I want to kind of flatten it so I can get the full effect of what's going on with my head. But let me turn around so you can see every bit of what I'm doing. Now I'm just, like I said, just using the sliding technique. If I see too much hair anywhere, I'm just doing the sliding technique. And I know that that's really sticking up because of how I had that rubber band on and how I had curled my hair. Back here, I'm just making sure that everything is even the best of what I can see, because I have my little mirror right here, and I'm just using the sliding technique. Okay, now I don't want, this will all be flat once I flatten it so I can see. I don't want to do too much cutting, but for the most part I want to make sure that it has that drastic fall like I want, so you all can see it too. And that choppiness that I want too, as you can see right here. And like I said, over the top, wherever I see where it's just, where it looks like it's just short and it's not kind of blending in, I just go a little bit past where it ends and begin to blend again and go into the next little pieces of hair. And for the most part, that's how I even out the rest of the look of the bob with the sliding effects. With the sliding. Okay? Now when you do like that, when you go to pull your your bob back and it's all this, you need to cut that. Because when you do like that, you don't want, a whole bunch of hair coming back. So then that's when you need to see where you need to make it shorter. All the length really needs to be closest to the bottom. This is where that length needs to be. What is this? Okay. You want to make sure it's even. That needs to be even. So then that needs to be cut. Because you want to make sure that all of this is all good. So I'm just going to cut up into it like this. Straight, just going right in the middle and cutting. But not just cutting crazy. Cutting and it's being evened out. See that? As I'm cutting, it's kind of being evened out. And it's also kind of texturizing the ends, kind of thinning the ends out. See? So when I do like this, It is a fullness, it's a choppiness, it's that like that. But I still have my longness to it because I wanted it really drastic. I really wanted it drastic. Now here, I don't want to be just cutting off too much because this side is already less full because of the fact that, you know, most of the hair is on this side. So you want to be really careful over here. You just want to really make sure that your bob is really straight as far as on going in your slant over here. I really wasn't gonna cut this part because I still was like, I wanted to look like that, like this, but that's just gonna irk me. So I have to kind of go in and do the little sliding effect right here. I have to give it some stank right there because that's just gonna be crazy. So then I'm gonna take the first thin layer of this right here, and it's all about what you have in your mind to do with your bob, you know. And there's my guide. I kind of want to just keep the sliding effect going, but going down right there. So when I want to do like that, then I have a little stank over here, right here, but not too much because it's already, you know, that's just the side that just look cute. This is the funky side where you just like, okay. So for the most part, that's it until I flat iron and I really make sure. Itching all this hair. That's pretty much it until I flat iron and I see that anything needs to be cut. So anything right now may look like it needs to be cut, but you don't want to do that because you don't have the full effect of what it looks like. Now I still wanted that long look like I had some hair in the front, so I can just, you know, I want something to swing for right now, like, you know, yes, because, you know, when you look at the prenuptial agreement of things. Anyway, so, you know, I wanted to do that. Anyway, let me get it together. I have new subscribers, so I want to scare you. It's like, no. So, what I'm using right now is this heat protectant. As you can see, I've been wearing this stuff out. I just need to spray a little bit. You only need to spray a little bit. I just do stuff in abundance, so my husband says. But, you know, I just like to spray and spray, or like if it's ketchup, I like to overdo ketchup, or dressing on salad, I'm the one that's just pouring, like, so I need to calm down. But anyway, I'm gonna spray this all over, and this is just a heat protectant. And kind of comb that through. I'm really liking the waviness right here. All this right here, I'm not even really going to worry about curling because I like that, how that's looking. Like that natural, just niceness. Like natural, like how I had it wavy before. I kind of like that look. So around the front, I'm not really going to worry about that. I like that big head like look. The back is what I want to really flatten and straight and make sure that I have together, because I want to make sure, and see, I'm not even going to let that trick me because I still want some hair right here. So I ain't even worried about that. So anyway, I just want to make sure that that back is like blow. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna really make it. You're gonna be in front of somebody like, hello, how are you doing? Blow! And they see that side like, ah! So anyway, really you would start from the bottom of your hair to curl your bob. Of course, I didn't bring any clips over here, and I don't feel like kind of stopping and having you all wait and stuff like that. Let me stop blaming. I don't feel like getting up. People just be lying. So anyway, you should really start from the bottom to make sure that you have, you know, gotten all pieces and that you really flattened everything. Flipped up and tripped up right now. Okay, so here's my flat irons. I have them on 400. And of course I'm just going through and hopefully I'm ironing it out. Yeah, it's a little tongue tied, so I'm just gonna go through. Not gonna be anything extra. Just making sure that in the end it's all bent. You can't really see. It's like feeling like I'm doing it and getting some other hairs in there too. And also I could really wet this down really good in the back, and I would really, that would probably be the smarter thing to do. Because this is glued in, you want to be careful. You really do. So I kind of wet that down first. I'm sorry. Because that was giving me some problems. Okay, giving me a little bit of problems. Wow, I kind of like what that's doing right there too. But I really just, wow. Okay, I really want you all to get the effect of this thing. But I'm liking it like this. I'm liking the half wet, raggedy look. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I'm a, ladies. You know what? I know that's a universal thing to say, guys. But I feel like if we aren't guys, why do people come like to the table like, hi, guys? I know I'm looking too much into it, okay? Everybody's different. Some people are crazy. Me, probably. But, anyway, but so ladies, I think, you know, I just plucked my curls up and everything, but I think I kind of want to keep this little bed head look. I don't know, but when it dries, I'm not gonna like that flip at the bottom. Let me just let me just at least do this brown part, because this brown part, I don't like that flipped up look. And I'm just gonna have to go in and grab it. I really can't do the sections right now because I don't have my clips. And I have to just really go in and just attack that hair right now because it's wanting to be disrespectful just a little bit. So I kind of just gotta go in and with the finger too. And I know as I go upstairs into better lighting, I'm going to see some stuff that I'm pretty sure you all can probably see that I can't see. Because I mean, for me, this bob is a daily thing. Like, I'll think that I have it down pat, and every day I'll begin to kind of cut on it, and then I'll realize, wow, I didn't need to cut it. And then I'll realize, wow, I didn't need to cut it right there. I kind of cut too much, so it's just really having patience with this thing. But I want to make sure that I get at least that brown part down. The blonder part, like up here, it can stay that little crazy thing right there, because I like that. Check my time. See? And I'm just making sure. Just taking my finger. And you don't want it to look like a mushroom, but when you really are getting that back, you really gotta pull. You gotta pull it, really pull it down. Okay, so see, using really the guide with the rubber band, you don't have to make too many tweaks because it kind of gets it really good. So see, I've taken down the back pretty good. And as the days go by, when I really feel like having it all kinds of flatter, I will definitely come to you all and show you that. But as of right now, I'm just going to kind of keep these brown pieces in the back bent. As it gets straighter, I might see where I might need to cut just some more, add a little tweaking to it or whatever, but for the most part, this is what I like. This I don't like that little, so I'll kind of tame that part. But as long as that little, see, I don't like that little, I don't really care for the little flips in the back portion. So I'm like, didn't you just say that you weren't going to leave that part alone? Yeah, I will. I just want to make sure that all of that other stuff is down. So I'm just going to kind of keep that little wild look, throw some little earrings on, you know, do a little something to the face, and that's it. So that's pretty much it for my bob. Again, if I wanted it shorter, I would probably kind of, you know, angle this up more, chop it up more, but I wanted it to kind of look like I have hair looking at me in the front. And then going to the sides and the back, really looking like it's shorter. So I'm already seeing and feeling like, oh, I want to cut more, so I'm just going to, you know, leave it alone. Pretty much that is the most for my bobs. If I do it shorter, then I'll cut this up shorter, and of course the sides will get shorter, so it'll all be in proportion. But I really wanted something wild and funky, and it's a bunch of weddings going on this weekend, and you know, little festivities and stuff like that, and I wanted something, you know, edgy or whatever, and something different to do to this hair that I've had in for about 3 weeks. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed and you learned something, and that you will try and cut you or do you a little super funky bob. Okay, be blessed.